we use PowerPoints here. We're very fond of PowerPoints because I want you guys not to only listen to what I'm saying, but what is written down here for better comprehension. All right, we minimize this and bring it down. All right, and let's do center screen. Oh, that's not it. There we go. And let me click on this real quick. Bring that over. All right. So, hold up. Let me put. Let's go on the left side. Oh, I can't see myself. Okay, right there. All right. So this is just a brief overview of the type of sources I'll be gathering from. Now, my sources are mostly, well, all the sources I will be presenting are government sponsored. Now, I do plan to talk about current events, but that'll be like the last two things I'll talk about. And those will be independent news articles such as Fox, US News, things of those sorts. Just to see what are they talking about. These corporations who are funded billions and billions of dollars, which me, came out my name again. Okay, so we have the Bureau of Labor Statistics. If you don't know what the BLS is, I'm sorry. Your parents failed you. Here we go. But the BLS, here we go. The heading at the bottom. The BLS collects and analyzes data on employment, wages, productivity, and how Americans spend their time. And that is something you will see in the shorts and the live. All right, so that's BLS. Also, if you're a college student and you want to know what, and you just care about money, which I don't suggest you do. Well, I suggest you do, but also find something that you kind of enjoy doing. You wouldn't mind doing it at less of a cost, or less of a wage. I'll go here to see what are the future wage capabilities before you major in something stupid. All right, so BLS. Then we have the Internal Revenue Services. That's my favorite website. Kidding. So they manage tax data and compliance. They track individual and business income tax returns. And for nonprofits, they manage tax-exempt bonds and nonprofit organizations. That's very important. We're going to talk about those later. But I also do provide shorts regarding summaries of, like, what is the popular credit people claim? What is the top business expense? They release data, Excel tables, kind of explain how the United States citizen claims for the deductions, credits, and business. They provide a lot of information there. And that's the IRS. The Securities Exchange Commissions. These people regulate the financial markets, as it said here. What we'll be talking about here mostly is the enforcement part, where they enforce security laws and regulations toward the security advisors. Man, there are some stories out there, crazy stories. And once you'll see through as things progress. And they monitoring. So they monitor corporate disclosure and financial statements. So when you hear like, hey, Walmart released their quarterly statements, they put it here. And it's available for anybody to see. You can see the proxy statements and all. You can see who owns these stocks, who's the director, how much they get paid. There's a lot of stuff on there that people just don't know. And that's why I'm here. I want to really educate people so you guys just know, right? This information is really available to us. Yeah. It's not always black and blue, but black and white, but it's there. All right. Next one is, hold on, let me bring this up. My next page. We have the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the FBI, the feds. They combat crimes and corruption. So there are certain categories that I chose. I chose cybercrimes because we are evolving into more of a digital age. And then I have public corruption. Now, again, this whole channel is focusing on reporting. It's following the money. There is a lot of police issues out there. I'm not going to be talking about them. There are other channels dedicated to talking about this. And if I talk about this, the police part, I'm going to be talking on my ass. And I'm very biased. So I'm just going to put that out there. I support black and blue. but I also like I recognize what it is. All right, Federal Trade Commission, the FTC, protecting consumers and competition. So they prevent uh, the monopolize. I can't monopolize monopoly. I know they're currently fighting Kroger, so they won't acquire Albertson, Albertson, which I kind of agree with because think about this. I want you guys to name like a popular big grocery store. Now we have Safeway. This is what I'm thinking of. Safeway, Kroger, Fry's, same thing. And then we have Food City. I'm not counting Walmart and I'm not counting Target because they sell electronic items in there and they have other categories of things they sell there. I'm talking about strictly grocery stores. If they take that, then the competition becomes very low. And I noticed that America hates competition. So I am very for them blocking the acquisition of Albertson. That's not topic, but going on. Deceptive practice. So if you're making false claims, they find out, they're going to file a complaint, and they're basically suing you, saying, "Hey, making false claims." They do that stuff, and they're very pro-consumer there. All right, they don't like big corporations using their power for bad. All right, to take advantage of their consumers, which is great. I like that. At least it's a well-spent agency. Then we have the Consumer Financial Protective Bureau. Safeguard financial rights to make sure we got fair lending, financial education, and consumer protection. Another good organization, but they're more towards the financial aspect. All right. Remember, these are my sources where I get my information from. Mostly government sponsored, or all these are government sponsored. Besides the articles I will present sometimes. Then you have the Commodity Future Trading Commission, the CFTC. All these freaking acronyms. All right, so they protect market integrity, prevent market manipulation and fraud. Look at Tesla. Tesla needs to be reviewed. Investment protection, protect investors and promotes market transparency. We need those transparency without more than ever. And they have whistleblower programs. It is very lucrative to be a snitch. It's very lucrative. You guys want to see, if you watch those shorts or you watch these lives or videos, you're going to see it's very lucrative. These people are getting paid. So basically, if you snitch on them because they're doing some malpractice, you get a portion of those proceeds. And these people be making hundreds of millions of dollars. Payout be good. Like, I'll retire. If I stayed in corporate America. Okay, Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, FCEN. Fighting for financial crimes. They do data collection, collect and analyze financial transactions. So those are the people who actually get to see the deep and dive into their business financials, which we don't have access to. We only get the financial statements. They actually view it and kind of just make sure okay, this is where the forensic accountants are at. Make sure okay, are they money laundering? Things of those natures. So the enforcement actions, which we will focus more on, issues enforcement actions against violators. So let me see if I can think of an example. I can't, and I ain't trying to waste all your time. How long has it been? It's live. Oh, it's been 40 minutes. God, okay. Let's try to rush this up because I did want to do a practice run. All right, DOJ, Department of Justice, Fraud and Enforcement. So they focus on fraud, corruption, white-collar crimes. White-collar crimes, you people are evil. You guys need more time. Federal law, work against the agency like FBI and SEC. FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation, we talked about that. SEC, securities. So stocks, bonds, things of those natures, securities. Enforcement actions, that's where we be spending most of our time. We're almost done. Got 3 more slides left, including this one. Financial industry, regulator, auditor. I butchered that. Okay, so they surveillance over 1 million of investors and over 200,000 broke dealers. They just make sure that they're not doing any malpractice, like upcharging fees, unreasonable fees, things of those natures. Make sure that there is regulatory. Regulatory is needed because, I'm sorry, people are dumb. I'm sorry to say that. You're not dumb. I'm just saying uneducated. The stories I've been reading, there's just like the person deserves jail time, but y'all deserve it. It's wrong to say, but I deserve it. I'm sorry, but I've been looking at this stuff. I'm like, how? How? Like, you're off topic. Like when somebody gets hacked on Facebook and then somebody starts sharing like those explicit links to those porn sites. That never happened to me. Like, what are you guys doing? Like, I just always wonder that. All right, did I read that one? U.S. Census. The U.S. Census. It's a lot. Measuring the American people and economy. Basically, you remember everybody made a big deal about filling out those 2020 census. This is the stuff this is where that stuff was collected from. All right, the U.S. Bureau of Economic Analysis. Basically, these people just review the American economy, whether it be imports, export, the people's income, how we spend our money, and corporations' GDP. They just measure the economy of the United States. And then, lastly, we have the Federal Reserve Economic Data, also known as FRED, a wealth of economic insight. So this is not government sponsored, but this is the Fed, who actually controls the interest rate, the monetary policy. So there is monetary policy and there is physical policy. Physical policy is what the United States executive, legislative take care of. It's basically like Senate, Congress, Trump, the president. That's physical policy. The monetary policy is what the Fed does. It's a big difference. We will talk about that in other videos. But again, that is terminology that I need you guys to understand so we can avoid being taken advantage of. But they just provide a vast of information. And they really focus on the United States. So I will be using what they say. Hey, this is communication. They have influence. Let's see what they say.